Hi everyone. I thought I'd pop on and have a wee catch up with you and talk about all the different things that we may be currently experiencing. It's a little bit of a dreek, as we would say in Aberdeen. So if you're tuning in from another part of the world or you're not sure what that means, it just means a little bit of a dull day here. And yeah, we've had such unpredictable weather, haven't we, over this last wee while, April, May. And I think maybe that's just a reflection of just all the cleansing and clearing that we've got on, got going on in ourselves, and in the collective right now. And of course, Mother Earth is a reflection of that and affecting all the weather patterns. And so yeah, I decided, last few posts I've really felt inspired to be outside and amongst the trees. But no, it definitely feels a day to kind of hunker in. And I've just been making lovely soup this morning, and yeah, just doing a little bit of self-nurturing tasks. And so yeah, I wanted to talk about, yeah, I felt inspired to create this post, which is cut yourself some slack and love is the healer. And yeah, because it has been quite an intense month. I'm sure all the people that tune into me will know exactly what I mean. The energies have been very high and low. It's been a bit of a roller coaster. For this last month, I've certainly felt a huge surge of creativity. I've been getting so much creative inspiration, downloads from source, just felt a real deeper connection, really. An increase in my self-awareness and a deeper connection with all that is. But with that comes, I always say it's a gift, to have these tools that we as empaths have. We have this sort of extra sensory perception and an ability to perceive the world in so many different levels and so many different layers. But with that comes a responsibility to ourselves, because if we don't keep on top of this, it can kind of take over us. And I've certainly been finding that the last few weeks. I've had to almost put my creativity to the side a little bit. I often write down ideas and I think, right, I'll come back to that later, because we often get so much inspiration just from the world and from music, and inspired by so many different things. And but we have to keep an eye on our physical bodies as well and make sure, right now I've got a part-time job, trying to keep up with just the everyday tasks, the housework, and making sure we eat properly, and making sure right now, because the energies are so high and low, and making sure that we're taking the time, making quiet time for ourselves, taking enough time to just process and integrate, all the changes that we're perhaps feeling in our physical bodies. And, I've been feeling absolutely white this last week, and I've really had to kind of switch off, made a conscious choice to switch off the technology this last 5 days, and just top up my energy reserves. And at the weekend, I was out with a friend, and it was great. Sometimes we can be so, I guess, focused on our journey. I felt like, particularly over this last few months, to give you an analogy, it's like I'm holding a golden whip, and I would describe that as being maybe we've got such maybe a feeling inside ourselves that we want to make a difference, and we want to share the tools that we've gathered on our spiritual journeys. And for me, it's been like 20 years really of training, and I feel like we've got to this point now where it's really needed. Perhaps back in 2010, 2011, I remember being guided by Archangel Metatron to write a blog, to share my spiritual journey. And many of us thought at that point, 2011, 2012, that was when things were all going to kick off, and we were all going to be on our path of creating the the new world, so to speak. And of course that didn't happen, but it took till 2020 for things to really start kicking off. And for many people, through this whole COVID situation, for many people to be put in a situation of going within and having the time for this reset that we've got going on inside ourselves. But not only that, as the old structures are collapsing, and I'm seeing evidence of all that around, where I live in Aberdeen, Scotland. Many of the bigger department stores, and in fact all of them now have closed, apart from one. And Aberdeen used to be a really buoyant area in terms of the economy, and we've gone completely the other way now. Everything has been shutting down. I know many people who have lost their jobs recently, and they're going through a really tough time. So if you're watching this, I'm sending out my love to you, and all of us on this journey will have an understanding, because we've all gone through our personal challenges, particularly over this last few years. I was reading something recently which I could really relate to. Many of the light workers and the Starseeds, we went through collapses. Between 2016 and 2018, we went through collapses in our physical reality, to get to the point of we had to collapse everything to rebuild. To have the tools in place to help the people, or we've had the tools in place for many years. We've been gathering the tools in our toolbox through a journey of spiritual development, but we've gathered more tools, particularly in this last few years. And more importantly, we've gathered, or rediscovered, deeper levels of compassion and empathy to support the people who are really going through it right now. Because we've been on this path a bit of a while now. So we've got plenty of tools that we can use to bring ourselves back into balance. But there's many people just starting off on their spiritual journey, and they're just starting to find out what tools work for them. So yeah, I've had to kind of pull back this last 5 days into my tools, just to bring my own energy back into balance, and realise that I've got this golden whip, and I'm feeling the analogy of the golden whip again. Where we're feeling like we want to make a difference, and we're wanting to use our skills and tools. And many of us have been going into spiritual warrior mode. I know I have. You might have been experiencing challenges with your family, with your friends, again, to do with having different viewpoints, maybe to do with COVID, to do with the big hot topic at the moment, the vaccination. And many of us have been called to go deeper into just connecting with our own inner guidance, our own inner compass, and to pass on the tools really to help the collective right now, or the people that are guided towards us, to help them find their own inner compass, because that's the answer. We have to go into ourselves, and we're being guided right now with all this conflicting messages in the world right now. Do this, do that, and it's changing all the time. And more and more people are really starting to wake up, I feel, and smell the coffee beans, and realise, some of the stuff that we're being fed on mainstream media, it's questionable, to say the least. And I often walk home from my part-time job, and I see all these messages on the bus stops. The government are doing a great job really in all this subliminal programming, about putting out fear. And we get to the point that we realise, well, we're feeling this fear inside ourselves, but there's many things that we can do to help alleviate the fear. And I think, tapping into our inner wisdom and our knowledge and our belief that we have the power to create our reality. And if there's things going on in our lives that we don't like, going on in our family situations, that can be challenging at times, but we have the tools to actually shift our vibration, and to raise our vibration, and to right now, many of you know, I've been going through quite a healing process in my own physical body, and I've got to the stage now that I really do believe that, you know, everything I have done, all the inner work I've done over these years has cured my cancer, and that has been confirmed by my higher self and by my guides. And I'm just watching my physical body right now catch up with this. And you know, I've needed to prioritize self-care very much over this last year. It's been diving deep into my journey of loving myself even more. And perhaps you're on that journey right now. You know, if things aren't going well for you in your life, you know, we're being called right now to go in, you know, and to look at ourselves on a deeper level, and to listen to our inner guidance and say, well, how can I love myself right now? You know, what does my physical body need right now to support itself? What does my emotional body need right now? And you know, because only when we've got these I guess tools inside ourselves, and we have this awareness of ourselves, and you know, when we're feeling, you know, how, what we can do to help raise our energy levels. And if we're feeling depleted, you know, we can stop, we can recharge our batteries before we go back out into the world to support others. And our, you know, our emotions are a great sign of that. You know, if we're feeling a little bit resentful, if we're feeling a bit grumpy, because many light workers and empaths right now, you know, we're being pulled in lots of different directions. You know, we want to give of our energy, we want to give of our knowledge and our wisdom and our love and our empathy and compassion, you know, that we've gathered over the years to not only help ourselves, but to help right now the collective, you know, for the many people around us who are just starting to wake up on their spiritual journey and question things. And we can be pulled in lots of different directions. We want to help others, but we've also got to remember to pull that back into ourselves and recharge our own batteries and cut ourselves some slack. I've certainly been doing that this last 5 days, because it was getting to the point, you know, I was having so much creative downloads that, as I say, I had to park that. I had to put it to the side because my physical body's been very much on catch up this this last month really. You know, all this I guess creative downloads and light flooding into our physical bodies, but we need to make sure we give ourselves time to integrate that and process any emotions that might be coming up. And you know, at the weekend there, I just gave myself permission to lie on the grass, you know, and it really did make such a difference. You know, my body was exhausted, and just by the fact that I was connecting to the earth, what often happens to me is I can feel the energy coming in from the earth, and it's a bit like charging up my mobile phone and watching the bars on your mobile phone go up as it begins to charge. And I could literally feel my physical body just soaking in the light codes from the sun, the healing light codes. I could feel my physical body getting recharged from the earth, and it was just lovely. And sometimes when we cut ourselves some slack and we give ourselves permission to love ourselves on a deeper level, then it opens up the channels to receive, you know. And last week, you know, I received a beautiful lunch out from a friend, and then lunch out from another friend on the at the weekend just passed. And like I say, you know, I was really tuning into my physical body and what it needed, and what it needed was just to connect with nature. So if you have been feeling a little bit depleted of late, you know, in one moment you're in spiritual warrior mode and you've got your golden whip and you're wanting to break down all this dense energy. And you know, but as I say, we've got to make sure that we've got enough energy in our physical bodies to be able to do that, and also give ourselves time just to process the deeper levels of emotions going on, because I've certainly been experiencing that, you know, the highs but also the lows. And when we are experiencing that, we do have to be very gentle and compassionate with ourselves. So I thought I would just do a little bit of a channeled meditation for anybody that's tuning in today, and just see what comes through. So I'm just inviting you all to relax, just giving yourself permission to relax. You know, if you're watching this on your phone outside, then just, you know, connecting with the earth, you know, putting your hands and feet on the earth, or if you're sitting inside, just allowing your body to, feeling your body against the chair, and feeling your hands resting by your sides and closing your eyes and focusing on your breath. And I'm going to do the same. So really focusing on your breath and bringing your awareness back into your heart, becoming aware of your heart right now and aware of your physical body and aware of your feet on the ground and feeling your heart beating. And as you take a couple of breaths in, and as you're breathing out, you're just releasing any busyness in the mind, giving yourself permission to relax, letting your shoulders drop, relaxing the back of your neck and your shoulders, which very often holds on to tightness and tension. You know, we hold a lot of pressure that we generate in our mind, in our neck and in our shoulders. So just feeling them drop and feeling your physical body dropping into the chair, and just really sinking into your breath and taking your attention to the heart and feeling your heart beating. And as you're sinking into your breath more and being conscious of your breath, breathing in deeply and exhaling slowly, you'll start to be aware of the physical sensations in your body and inviting you to breathe deeply into your heart center. Breathing in for 3, and exhaling for 4, and dropping deeper into relaxation as your heart and the heart of Mother Earth synchronize. So feeling your heart and the heart of Mother Earth just beating as one. And focusing on your breath, taking those slow, deep, rhythmical breaths in and exhaling slowly as you drift deeper and deeper into relaxation. And I'm going to take you right down into the heart of Mother Earth. So feeling your roots just connecting right down into the heart and the crystal core of Mother Earth. It's like they're going down from your feet, right down into the earth. And you can feel yourself just, it's like you're right into you're being supported by the earth. And as the tree roots go down into the earth, you can almost see or feel and know that you're kind of nestling in amongst those roots that are going deep into the earth. And you're feeling very anchored in there and very supported as Mother Earth just reaches up her hands to envelop you in her beautiful love, beautiful security, beautiful golden light. And you're enveloped in this supportive, protective golden light as you're right into the womb of the earth. But you're being handed a It's like a beautiful, it's like a light, and this is going to light your way forward. So you're being guided. You know, you have a guide by your side, and you'll be aware, or you'll just know, you know who's guiding you right now, but this is your guardian angel, your higher self. His presence is walking along beside you and guiding you. And you've got the light, you know, that lights your way forward. You're holding this light, this candle light. And if you have been feeling, you know, in a malaise, if you have been feeling foggy, in your head, or uncertain about what the future holds, or you know, going through a little bit of conflict with people who hold different viewpoints to you, then know that you can just you know, go into yourself, go into your heart center, go into the earth, and tune into yourself, and tune into the guiding light that you hold inside yourself. So we're never alone, we're never lost, we always have this ability to go inside our heart center and go deep into the earth, you know, the very womb of Mother Earth, and connect to this safety and security and this guiding light that we have within us, which never gets extinguished. We sometimes just forget to connect in with it. But know that the more that you do connect in with it, then this bright light, you know, it's radiating around your whole body. So you're holding on to this light, which is lighting the way forward. And you may have some choices to make, some decisions to make. You're not sure which path to go down right now. And if you have been feeling like that, then just inviting you to pull inwards, you know, into your heart. And just listen to this inner guidance. And the more you do that, the more you give that focus and attention. So it's like you're taking that attention from out with yourself, you know, from all the craziness that's going on in the world, and maybe some difficult situations that might be going on in your life right now. You're just pulling that inwards and knowing that the more you focus on your attention inwards, into your body, on your breath, on this light and the wisdom that you have inside you, the more that increases, and the more that lights the way forward and gives you more clarity about, you know, what direction to go on, what choices will I make, because it's an inside job. So feeling that bright light that you have inside you, that light of forgiveness, you know, for any difficult situations you might be going through right now, bringing in the light of forgiveness. But it's also a light of deep inner resources. You know, we can go into our inner sanctum of inner resources any time, and this light burns very brightly, and it can show us the way forward. So I want you to feel this light increasing within you. So it's increasing, it's like forming a bubble of golden light inside your whole body, and not just only inside your body, it's around you. It's like a beautiful shield, a protective shield around you and within you. And you can take this light to wherever it needs to go in your physical body right now. So just, you'll be very aware the more relaxed you get of any areas of tightness or heaviness or tension in your physical body. And you'll also be very aware of not focusing on it too much, but just it'll come into your awareness, you know, if there's any areas of tension or conflict in your life, then you can just take this light to those areas too. So it's like you're taking it around your physical body, and it's filling up every single cell in your body with this wisdom light, this upgrade, you know, this physical DNA upgrade, which is going on inside your physical body. It's going on deeply inside the cells and the DNA, and it's filling your whole body. And you'll feel it or see it or just know that it's going to every part of your body. It's imprinted in the blood. It's going into the cellular memories that need cleansed, that might need cleansed and cleared. Any old programs and patterns that no longer serve the highest expression of who you truly are. It's being filled with this very high vibrational light, you know. But you're also holding this light. You know, the more you can fill your physical body with it, and you can fill your aura with it, so it creates it's like an impenetrable shield around you, so nothing can get in, and you feel very supported and loved and protected, and very in touch with your intuition, your inner guidance, and very aware of, you know, you're getting clarity about how to move forward in your life and how to deal with difficult situations. If there's any difficult, dense situations in your life right now that are clearing, then this light is being given to you. It's been increased within your physical body to then radiate out into the world, and radiate out with love and compassion and empathy to the people around you. But whatever is coming at you in the world right now, whatever physical challenges you might be going through, it's like nothing can get through this this very permanent light within you and around you. Nothing can penetrate it. It's acting as a very powerful shield, you know. Anything that isn't of the light just is deflected, you know, it just bounces off it. And this is something that you can access. You know, you can go back and redo this meditation at any time. You can just connect with your inner awareness and just program yourself to go back to this meditation at any time if you're dealing with challenges. And I would recommend that you do this for a few consecutive days, just to help you with any physical discomforts you might be feeling inside your body right now, any areas that you want to bring light to in your life, any difficult situations. So we're just going to sit in this light for a moment and just feel it move inside us and around us, and form this beautiful protective shield that nothing can get through. Everything just bounces off. I'm seeing any challenges that we're going through right now, you know, if we can just pull ourselves inwards, you know, connect with this, the well of inner resources we have within us, the tools that we've gathered over the years through our own personal and spiritual training that we might have gone through. You know, this is the time now that we're going to use it. You know, we're being called into action to use it. But we've also got to remember that we need to keep our own home fires burning bright as well. So if you do start to feel tired or grumpy or depleted in energy, to pull back in, to create that sacred space for yourself, that quiet space, that time to go into your inner temple and build your own inner resources, so that when you're ready you can go back out into the world and shine your light. Use all the tools that you have in your tool bag, armed with our golden whips to break down dense energy. You know, in situations that we might feel passionate about, where we feel we want to share our unique blend of magic, you know, our skills and our tools and our wisdom, And your heart will light the way, because you'll know this, you know, talking about light, your heart will light up. And you'll feel it deep inside your heart. It's like this is your soul's guidance, you know, anything that I'm really feeling pulled to right now, you know, any people, any places, any situations I'm feeling pulled to right now to share my wisdom, you know, to share all these tools, to share my empathy and my love and compassion from a place of being really topped up inside, you know, absolutely anchored into the earth and filled with this very high vibrational, loving light. As it moves and circulates around our body, as we feel ourselves anchoring deep into the earth and feeling that light coming up from the earth, from the crystal core of the earth. And feeling these upgrades that we're going through, you know, as the wisdom codes come up from the earth, and we're being supported by the earth, but also the cosmos as well. So it's like this light that we've got inside us. We're plugging ourselves into the earth, but we're also taking the plug up into the cosmos, right up into the stars. And we're connecting also with our guides, our cosmic guides, and all the wisdom, you know, coming down to the starseeds, you know, from many lifetimes that we've lived in other galaxies. We're starting to retrieve all that wisdom. You know, we are being supported by the highest of the high galactic guides as well. They're supporting us, and they want to help us to access, you know, all this cosmic wisdom that we can use to support our own healing process, but also the people that are drawn to us, and how we might use that out into the world. So we're feeling that strong connection to both, you know, to the earth and to the cosmos. And I'm inviting you just to take your attention just down to your belly. Take a couple of deep breaths into your belly. And just be aware of your feet just solid on the ground. And we're just going to start to come back around. So feeling the feet anchored into the earth. Inviting you to feel your back against the chair, your arms resting against the chair, or if you're outside, connecting to Mother Earth. And becoming aware of your feet, starting to wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers. And when you're ready, just open your eyes. So hi, wondering how you're all doing after that. Be interested to hear if you want to pop a comment in the box below. I think I'm going to leave this right now and come back for a chat another time. But yeah, look forward to connecting with you all soon. Sending you lots of love, and speak soon. Bye for now.